characteristics of a development team. As we know, Scrum development teams are cross-functional. However, the makeup of a team is dependent on the product. For example, a mobile app, such as that found on an iPad or mobile phone, will require developers, designers, and user experience specialists with expert knowledge in that field. A hardware project to build or research set-top boxes would need hardware specialists, architects, and designers more applicable to that domain. Deciding the makeup of a team is usually a task for the technology department in conjunction with the product owner and Scrum Master. Since Scrum Masters are usually from a technical background, they are often advisors on the makeup of the team. They should always be consulted about the size of the team in order to advise on the practicality of applying it to a Scrum project. See explanation below regarding team size. I strongly recommend that whenever possible, Scrum development team members are interviewed for their enthusiasm and suitability for a Scrum environment. This is a good move in order to help ensure that the team are open to new ways of thinking or are already Scrum-oriented. In my experience, simply quizzing a potential team member's attitude to iterational planning, daily Scrum meetings, and self-organizing is a necessary step even at the interview stage. It can help judge the suitability of the candidate, making them aware of the environment they are joining and positively influencing them before they start on the project. Once a team has been brought together, they will quickly need to agree on the definition of done. Scrum relies on the team as a number of experts well qualified to decide when a feature is done. The power lies not only in their expertise, but in the mix of skills and perspectives. Testers are almost certain to want the software to be well unit and acceptance tested. Developers are almost certainly going to want every single task completed. User experience specialists are nearly always going to want some user testing, etc. This has the effect of a certain level of quality at the end of each sprint. I mentioned this to emphasize that Scrum teams should be made up of domain experts. As long as this is the case, the team can be trusted to make judgments that lead to quality. This is not to say that every team member should have, say, 10 years of experience, since this is a judgment for the team leads who employ them. Once employed, there's still often a degree of encouragement needed by the Scrum Master to make sure that the team are coached and thinking along the lines of what makes a product shippable. Teams will often want to get information about exactly what they need to build as concisely as possible. They're often very logical in their approach to solving problems, which is what makes them good at what they do. A product owner can get the best out of a team by writing clear, concise acceptance criteria and user stories that explain exactly what is required. Scrum Masters can assist by coaching product owners on how best to relay information to the team. Scrum teams should be lean, mean, productive machines. As mentioned previously, the ideal size of a team is 7 ± 2, between 5 and 9. This cannot be emphasized enough. Having a team that is too large will make planning very difficult and cause frustration. Scrum meetings will end up either with too many people trying to communicate at the same time or with the need to remove people from meetings to keep them on track. For a software project, it also often means that too many people are attempting to work on the same code base. For the non-technical reader, imagine 20 cooks trying to cook a broth at the same time, and hopefully it will paint the picture for you. In short, large teams are not conducive to good communication. Therefore, teams should be optimized as much as possible. Note: teams can also be divided and coordinated with regular Scrum of Scrums meetings, but that is outside the scope of this class. If the desire is for the split team to work in the same code base, technical teams need to advise on how feasible this is.